You are a magnificent and powerful co-creative being who has the potential to achieve and create anything that you put your mind to. You just don't believe it yet. So stick around for this video because I'm going to show you how to transform your mind and become the most powerful co-creator to bring all your dreams to life. Hey there, Marguerita here, conscious mindset and business coach and founder and creator of the Wealth Consciousness Movement and the Global Online Business Academy. If you enjoy the content that I put out, then please remember to like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you will get notified each and every time I put out more transformational content, because I really want you to succeed at being the best possible version of you and being able to create the life of your dreams. This is why I do all this content. Now, today, I'm talking about you being a powerful co-creator of your experience. You are co-creating everything in your life. Yes, there is stuff that happens out there that you don't have a lot of control over. However, you are co-creating that experience, and it is, your belief systems that are they are the foundation. They are the bedrock of what creates your external world, your external experiences. So it's important that you own the fact that you are a powerful co-creator and that you are creating this experience on a moment-to-moment, day-to-day, month-by-month basis. What we tend to do as human beings is we will take on the stuff that's comfortable and say, well, yes, I was a part of that. I co-created that. But then the stuff that's not so great, we will project that out there and say, well, that's their fault. That's not my fault. That had nothing to do with me. Remember, when you're pointing out there, what's pointing back at you? 3 fingers. Yeah. So this is the dance. It is being willing to own all of it, that no matter what is happening, the good, the bad, and the ugly, that you are the co-creator. And this is when you take your power back. This is what radical responsibility or extreme ownership is. So if you are projecting the horrible stuff out there, then you are saying, I have no power. You are giving your power away. In order to take your power back, you look at everything that you are co-creating and go, whoa, okay, I didn't want that to happen. I don't know how or why I created that, but I'm willing to own it and I'm willing to do something about it. So I see people do this in their lives. They have a dysfunctional part of their lives, and then they're just blaming and shaming and criticizing and judging and name calling, all of that stuff out there, so they don't have to take ownership of their part in the co-creation. Now, of course, you cannot control everything in the external environment, and sometimes bad things happen that we may not necessarily have been able to stop or control because other people within our environment are having those experiences. It is not about controlling what happens to other people. It's about being able to recognize and acknowledge that we are a part of the co-creative experience, and that we are not to blame for that. I'm not saying that you are to blame for that, but you decided on some level to be a part of that co-creative experience. So I'm going to tell you a very quick story, and I think I have been told that this story comes from a Neale Donald Walsch children's book. If you know where this story comes from, please tell me in the comments below, because I would love to know the original source. It's a great story, very impactful. But there is, if you think of God, imagine God, and then you've got 2 little lights on either side of God. The little light on the right is very, very quiet, and the little light on the left is really bubbly and talkative and barely ever shuts up to draw breath. And they're both sitting there with God, looking down over humanity, and the little light on the left says, God, what's forgiveness? And God goes, forgiveness, that's a really tough one. So forgiveness is when somebody does something bad to you and you forgive them. for them doing something bad to you. You don't hold a grudge against them. You don't wish ill on them because they've done something bad to you. And the little light's a bit confused. He goes, well, why would somebody want to do something bad to me? Well, God goes, we human beings have these contracts. And when they go down to earth with these contracts, they have these interactions so they can remember who they truly are and experience certain things while they are being human beings. Little light's still a bit confused and goes, well, I really want to experience forgiveness. God's gone, whoa, okay, that's a pretty big call. Do you know what you're asking about? Because you actually have to go down there. You have to go down to and be human and experience somebody doing something bad to you in order to experience forgiveness. And if you want to experience true forgiveness, then somebody has to do something really bad to you, and you still have to forgive them and not hold a grudge. And then the little light gets very excited. I go, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And the little light on the right, who's been listening to this whole interaction and been quiet the whole time, says, well, because I love you so much, I'm going to be the being that goes down to earth with you to do that horrible thing to you so you can learn to forgive me. The little light on the left is so excited, and they make this contract. And the little light on the right goes, there's one thing you must promise me. And the little light on the left goes, yes, anything, I'll do anything. And the little light on the right goes, well, I need you to remember. So you told you. I need you to remember that we made this contract. You have to remember, because I'm only doing this because I love you. And the little light on the left goes, yes, of course, I'll remember. How could I ever forget? And of course, we come down, we have these contracts, and things happen, and people do horrible things to us, and situations evolve. Sorry, just let me regain my composure for a second. I don't know why that story does this to me every time, but it sort of kind of does. But these are things that happen to us as we come down and we make contracts with others, so we get to experience and learn things that we may not otherwise learn and experience. So this is why forgiveness is such a powerful gift, not to the other person, but to yourself. So going back to the original point of this video, it is incredibly important that you remember that you are a co-creator in this entire unfolding that you are in right now. And when you take responsibility for all of it, you have the power to determine what happens. You may not be able to control what is happening externally to you, but you can control how you respond to it. You can, from a position of power, recognize that and take ownership of the fact that you are a part of that co-creation, and look at how you can change the ultimate result. Instead of reaction, responding to the situation to create a potentially positive outcome from what may be a horrible situation. And when you really acknowledge and recognize just how powerful a co-creator you are, your entire life changes, because it is then that you will be able to stand in your power and create anything that you put your mind to, because you are in a place of absolute power. You recognize that you are the powerful co-creator of this experience, and nothing happens to you without your consent and your partial creation of that particular situation. So own that and live from that place. And this is where you get to create the life of your dreams, because you do create the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that means you can change what you are creating at any time. You can create healing. You can create massive wealth. You can create beautiful, loving relationships. You have the power to create anything. Once you really adopt and recognize that and embody that, imagine embodying that. Changes everything, doesn't it? Okay, so if you've enjoyed this, remember, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so we can stay in touch and you can get more transformational content from me. And also remember that if you are truly committed and serious about creating wealth, freedom, and sovereignty in your life, then come and join the Global Online Business Academy, because you get access to hours of training on how to launch, build, and scale a profitable online business that you love, as well as access to the Wealth Consciousness Movement EFT Tapping Library and Transformation Library, which has dozens and dozens of videos to rewire and transform your brain for money, wealth, abundance, freedom, and success. So I look forward to seeing you in the community and in another video very soon. Take care and bye for now.